Hello everybody, Jamie here from FM Scout. Welcome to This is Sparta with the team Blyth Spartans, originally starting the National North of English football, the lowest tier you can possibly manage unless you have like a editor data or something like that. But this is going to be a very special series because, as many of you know, I am a Twitch streamer and I don't tend to do much YouTube videos. You may have heard my voice on a few of the videos at the start when FMs are released just to help the site out. But now what I'm going to be bringing you is lots and lots of episodes. Something a little bit different on FM Scout because we know FM Scout YouTube doesn't tend to do many they do a lot of guides and experiments, where this is kind of a let's play, but it's going to be an overview. So on Twitch obviously we stream pretty much every single day on Twitch, and each Twitch stream is going to be classed as an episode. But obviously I am four seasons into this save. I want to try and blur a lot of things out just so I don't give it away if you are watching on YouTube only. The idea is just to bring YouTube and Twitch kind of together, and hopefully people who's on YouTube, on our subscribers who don't know about the live streams, maybe you can jump over. Also, the guys from Twitch can come and have a few comments on this. And it's a good thing because Twitch, the VODs do get deleted after 60 days. So many of you was asking me that I could possibly just, do the stream and then upload the stream straight from Twitch, export it to YouTube. But I play music in the stream, so the copyright issues would go all over the place on YouTube. So this is the best way I found out. Obviously, going forward in future saves, I will do it, so there will be quite a few episodes. But like I said, I am 4 seasons in, but the problem is that we always try and look back on like previous saves like Y-Talk, FC United that we've done on Twitch, and we've got no record of it because it's been deleted. So without further ado, let's get into the first season. This episode is going to be a first season overview. We will go through some games. We'll have a look at the transfers, have a look at the league table, have a look at the fixture list, and then we'll go through the playoffs as well. So in terms of the transfers, these are the players we bought in. So as you can see, we bought in Dieter Downey, who was a left back at the time. We bought in, obviously some of these players would have retired by now. Fraser Siddle, this guy was a goalkeeper for us in this season. We bought in Paul Smith. We bought in Tanner. Tanner was a AMC. In terms of the tactics as well, we was playing with shadow strikers the whole of the first season. So we was playing 2 wing backs, we was playing 3 ball playing defenders, a ball winning midfielder, a box to box midfielder, and then 3 shadow strikers. We bought in Ivan Wassi as well, a right back, but he was playing wing back at the time. We bought in Charlie Hayford. We also bought in Lewis Baines, Joe Grayson on loan, Marcus Holness as well, as you can see. He was with us for 2 years. He is now a director, actually. We bought in Sam Finley on loan from Fylde, Ashley Nadeson on loan from Fleetwood, and Alex Marrow on a free transfer in November. We then bought in George Edmondson and Callum Mantak from Oldham on loan. So we had a pretty overall really in the summer. We bought in a lot of players. We knew the team needed to be improved. Obviously, the issue with me was I had no shadow strikers, I had no wing backs, and we had no ball playing defenders either. So I was trying to build the team around a tactic that I created, and who knows, will it go right? Okay, moving on to the league table now, and Chorley finished top. Boston United won the playoffs. We did finish 6th, so we did get a playoff spot. I will go through the playoffs with you. We didn't get promoted in the first season. It was a bit of a struggle. We almost got sacked as well. We got an ultimatum by the board, and they basically said to us, you had to win a game against Spennymoor. We pressed the wrong option as well, so we didn't get the 5 games to get so many points. We got 1 game. If you lose it, you're sacked. Luckily, we won it, so that was good. But it was a bit of a terrible season, really. We played 42 games. We won 22, which was only 2 behind Chorley, so it wasn't actually that bad. We was only 5 points away, really, from about 6 points away from getting promoted. So it was a pretty close season. But we did draw 8 and we lost 12. We lost a lot more than, in all fairness, we lost a lot more than Kidderminster, who was 7th as well. So you can see here. We did lose a lot, but we drew less than the rest of them as well. Kidderminster Harriers won 17, drew 17. Look at that. So they They had a good season, but a lot of draws, a hell of a lot of draws. So, you know, Stockport County relegated, North Ferriby and Leamington relegated. We did relegate Stockport County as well in one of the last games of the stream. So that's not good. So Stockport are out of the Football League now. Well, out of the non-league, actually. You can't take over them in this save anymore. So, you know, that is the league table. What we'll do now, we'll show you the fixtures list. Okay, so the fixtures list here, you can see we played the friendlies just here. We won 5 out of 6. The only game we lost was against South Shields. What we'll do, we'll go through a few games. Anything that stands out, we'll pick them out. But we'll pretty much just go through all of them. So you can see, we got a 3-1. We lost 3-1 and 2-1 in the first 2 games of the season. We then picked up a little bit of we picked up 3 games where we won 3 games in a row. Obviously, the conceding was a bit of quite an issue, which is why I think I brought in the few extra defensive guys around November and January. So yeah, we was conceding a hell of a lot of goals, but I was thinking at the time maybe it's just because the tactic the players need to get used to it. We then won we was in the FA Cup, obviously. We entered the second qualifying round, which we got a 1-0 win over St Ives. We then went on to lose 2-0 against Witton Albion, who were a team who were about 3 divisions below us. So that we was away as well, so that was a bit of a shock really on the stream. Everyone who knows me knows that I like to do an FA Cup run as much as I can, and I do consider it very important, because if you do get to the 3rd round of the FA Cup and you're a low league team and you get Man United away, you're going to make about 1.2, 1.4 million from that game, which will essentially set you up for the seasons ahead. So yeah, I was a little bit disappointed with that. So we got a 2-0 win over Nuneaton as well. We then went on a little bit of a run here. We lost 1 here, won 1, and then lost another 2. So you can see it was very, very inconsistent. It was only really towards the end of the season, around here, from January, after we made the signings, where we started to pick up a little bit of form. So we brought 3 defensive guys in. You can see right here it was working. We went about 6 games without conceding just here, and then obviously it dropped off a little bit here. So the Spennymoor game, which I was talking about, was right here. So we lost to York City 2-1. We'll show you the game. So this is the game where we had a meeting with the board afterwards. So let's show you the goals. So the first goal was Shalaj, who scored in the 30th minute. So yeah, we was very lucky, because once we got the meeting from the board after this game, we got told basically we've got 1 game left to save our job. So we did in the end. We did beat Spennymoor. This was a game where we potentially was probably going to get sacked. Well, we had the meeting with the board. Well, let's show you the game where we actually had the meeting. So you can see defence all over the place, and it's a great goal by Shahaj. And then, oops, let's go back to York. That's just disappeared again. Where are we? York, just here. So then Michael Rankin got a penalty in the 80th minute, which, again, I was a little bit surprised. I know the board wanted us to finish. The board wanted us to get promoted. At this stage, we was 1 place out of the playoffs. So, you know, it wasn't like we was mid-table. We was fighting for the playoffs. And then obviously David Atkinson did pull 1 back in the 94th minute with a pretty easy goal. It wasn't marked. So yeah, that's the game where we essentially could have been sacked. But then obviously we went on to this is where we got the board meeting just after the York game. And then they said we needed to beat Spennymoor, which we won 2-0. So you can imagine how that was on stream. I was very nervous. First half, no goals. Aidson pops up with a penalty in the 52nd minute. So, you know, we got a little bit of luck in this game. We got a penalty early on. Well, early on in the second half. We put the penalty away. I was very happy at that stage. And then Aidson did come away with another goal in the 72nd minute. So we did win the game. And we didn't get sacked. That's the main thing. We did carry on after this, though. We actually drew with Spennymoor the game after, which is there. So we drew with Spennymoor. We then went to lose to Gainsborough, so I was like, oh no, if we keep losing again, we're going to get a meeting. But we did go on a pretty big run, which essentially popped us into the playoffs. It was only really the Salford game just here, which we lost. We then beat Curzon Ashton 2-0. We actually got to the FA Trophy semi-final. Let's have a look at our journey in this. So, the FA Trophy, we had a 3rd qualifying round against Dunstable Town, which we won 3-2. Ardsley Town, again, we won 3-1 in the first round. We then beat Harrogate Town 2-0, a team in the National North. We then went on to beat Brackley 3-0, so it was looking good. The FA Trophy games was coming to a stage where we was in a good run of form, and I was confident that we could have won it. We then got a trip to Torquay. So, Torquay was a National League team. It was a 3-2. So we'll show you the game. So we scored first, actually. Dan Maguire on the 50th minute. I mean, I didn't know what to expect at this stage. We was in good form. We was playing a National League team. It was about third, I believe, at the time. So for us to get a result against Torquay was fantastic. And at this stage, we was very close to automatic promotion. So I was like, oh, is this just going to help us out? Is this going to get us to automatic? Like you see in the league table, it was only 6 points away. So at this stage, it was pretty much all to play for. So this is the Edmondson goal. Hayford passes it to Reed, gives it to Nathan, Maguire, and that makes it 1-0. After the Maguire goal, Jamie Reed went on to score in the 73rd minute to make it 1-1. I always knew that they was going to score against us. I mean, playing a National League team when you're a National North team, it's always going to be a bit of an odd task. So then Lewis Horner did put us 2-1 ahead in the 76th minute. So I was containing. I was trying to just see the game out after this 2-1. Little to know that there'd be a lot more goals. So Baines passes it to Edmondson. Passes it to Reed. Nathan. Gives it to Mantak. Horner. Great ball to Maguire. So you see the passing is great. We are using the short passing player instruction, so it was working. So Horner does put us 2-1 up against Torquay. Then we go 3-1 up with Ashley Nathan goal in the 81st minute. So despite me containing, we was doing pretty well. It's difficult. Like I say, it's difficult to beat a National League team. We was on form though, so Nathan there, and he puts us with a great goal into the top left corner. Very good goal. And then they pull one back in the 93rd minute. I think there was only 3 minutes added time at the time. So, I kind of knew we was going through. But this is the goal from Torquay in the 93rd minute. So we give the ball away quite easily and reads through one-on-one, and it's a goal. So luckily we did get through, and we was going to the next round of the FA Trophy. We then played Woking in the FA Trophy, which we had a 0-0 draw in the first leg at home. It was always going to be a tricky task to go to another National League team and beat them and beat them as well. So we did lose 1-0 in the semi-final leg. Away from home against Woking, so we was knocked out of the FA Trophy. But then my full focus was on obviously winning the league, despite us having a great, pretty much a good end. Well, really, like I say, a great ending to the season, despite the last game of the season, a loss, and these 2 draws. If we would have won them, we would have possibly been promoted. And we played Chorley as well 3 games before the end, in which, of course, Chorley won the league in the end. So they picked up points where we didn't, which essentially lost us the league. Obviously, we was in the playoffs. The first game of the playoffs was against Salford. So everyone knows who Salford are. It's a pretty big team to beat. We did actually beat them on penalties. If we can show you the penalties, I don't know if we can get a replay of this. Does that class as the first? No. I don't think we can get replays of this, actually, which is a shame. But yeah, we did win Salford on penalties, so it was a good game. And then because that game went to extra time, so our players was obviously in National League. You need fitness coaches. It wasn't that good in terms of fitness. So we did go on to beat lose to Boston United. 2-1. Our fitness was all over the place. So we'll show you the goals. They did go 1-0 up, if I remember, in the 13th minute. We just couldn't do anything. Our fitness was absolutely terrible. I might be able to show you actually there. I did just see the fitness on the side. So Mantak, a bad mistake. The players was all over the place. I've never seen them play so bad all season. And it's the game we needed to win. I mean, looking at the stats, we still had 12 shots and 7 on target. but we just couldn't break them down. And every time they attacked, we were just giving away stupid mistakes. I don't know if they was nervous, but this is the goal in the 13th minute from their guy. And that's 1-0. So, like I say, this was live streamed. Every game I play is live streamed. Then we did pull one back, Dan Maguire, in the 49th minute. So, you know, I was kind of hoping. Bear in mind, it was 3 days after the initial extra time game against Salford. So it was just difficult to play 3 days after. We could have got to the final. We could have potentially won it because I know there's a few more days break. But this is the Dan Maguire goal. He was injured as well at the stage, so we lost Liddell, our left back, and we lost Maguire for the first for the first playoff game. So that hurt us a lot. As you can see, at left back was Edmondson, and no, at left back was Downey at the time. He was the backup, even though he did play pretty well. And then they went and scored in the 88th minute, which dampened our hopes of ever getting promoted in this season. And it's always horrible to lose so late into the game. We just couldn't do it. Like I say, the fitness. I'll show you the fitness stats in a second. And then Hemmings puts them 2-1 up, and they go on to win it, and eventually get promoted to they win the final as well. And Boston get promoted to the National League. So you can see the fitness right here. So the only player that was good was Siddle. So our players was about 60%, some of them 50% as well. Comparing to their players at the end of the game, some of their players was 70%. So they had a much fitter team despite playing in the playoffs. It's the extra time that hurt us. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is the Season 1 review of Blyth Spartans. This is Sparta. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I say, I will leave the links in the description below from our Twitch page. I will be streaming pretty much every single day, but do join the Discord link below as well. We have got a Discord link going with all the YouTubers. So if you do follow the YouTube channel, if you are a subscriber and you like some of the authors that's on here, they have got their own club on the Discord where they will post their individual videos from their channel. But no, it's been great. I will see you all next time. Thank you very much.